Hello, my name is Drew Nicodemus. I'm the General Manager with OxyPros. Today we're going to talk about oxygen concentrators. We're going to talk about how to troubleshoot them and how to attach your tubing and humidifier bottles. First thing to know is how an oxygen concentrator works. What an oxygen concentrator does is it extracts the surrounding air, it concentrates it and filters it and distributes right into your nasal cannula. First steps with an oxygen concentrator are plugging it in. Oxygen concentrators will come with a standard plug that you're going to put right into an outlet. After you plugged in your concentrator, you want to go to the top of the machine where your power button is. After you have the machine up and running, don't be alarmed by the noises that it makes. There are several cycling noises. This is completely normal. One thing to know about an oxygen concentrator, because it does intake the surrounding air, you should never have it up against a wall or in a confined area such as a closet. It does need 12 inches of space around it at all times. All concentrators have filters, whether it's internal or external. This particular concentrator has an internal filter that should be replaced on an annual basis. Other types of concentrators may have external filters, typically on the side or on the back. These filters should be washed with warm soapy water on a monthly basis, then laid out to dry. Once completely dried, they can be reapplied to your machine. Now we're going to talk about attaching your humidifier and your oxygen tubing. Many times with using oxygen, it can dry out your nasal passages, even cause nosebleeds. This is why a humidifier bottle can benefit you. Humidifier bottles are to be only filled with distilled water. When filling your humidifier bottle with your distilled water, never fill past the maximum fill line. This will avoid getting any water into your tubing line. When putting the lid back on your humidifier bottle, be very careful when screwing the top on. These tend to cross-thread very easily. When that happens and you reapply it to the machine, there'll be no oxygen coming out because it will leak out the side of the water bottle. When the humidifier bottle is hooked up correctly, you will see it bubbling. For this specific humidifier bottle attaching to this machine, you're going to need a connector tubing. This connector tubing screws right into the top of the water bottle, just like so. On the back of this machine, there's a specific spot to set the water bottle. Insert just like this and tighten your strap. On your concentrator, this is where your oxygen output comes from. You're going to attach your humidifier bottle connector tubing directly to this little outlet. Oxygen tubing comes out in 15, 25, and 50-foot segments. Both ends of oxygen tubing are exactly the same. One end you will attach right to your humidifier bottle. If you are not using a humidifier bottle, this end of the tubing would attach directly onto the oxygen output directly from the machine. Now, we're going to attach your nasal cannula. You will need a tubing connector to attach the tubing directly to the nasal cannula. After connecting your oxygen tubing, now we're going to apply your nasal cannula. Nasal cannulas have two little prongs on them. You want to have those prongs slide back into your nostrils. You never want to attach your nasal cannula by going over your head. You always want to insert and apply right around your ears. It's a little device on the nasal cannula that you can slide up to tighten. By wearing the nasal cannula in this way, for any reason that the nasal cannula just get caught on something, it will be able to pull off of your ears. After applying your nasal cannula, you need to set the flow meter on your oxygen concentrator. Your liter flow is prescribed by your physician. You can clean your nasal cannula weekly under warm soapy water and set out to dry. Contact your provider for additional nasal cannulas, tubing, additional connectors, or humidifier bottles. Your humidifier bottle should also be cleaned on a weekly basis. You can use warm soapy water and make sure to rinse thoroughly. If you have any additional questions, please reach out to us at OxyPros Plus 772-223-2825 or contact your local provider.